Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 10th of December 2024. It's 4 minutes past 8 in the evening. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. First ever time flying a third-party payaway aircraft, the excellent Just Flight Avro RJ Professional, which has been updated free of charge by the team at Just Flight. And I installed it today. They've had a few little teething issues with compatibility, but they've got a great FAQ section which I ran through. And the aircraft's working pretty much as it did in 2020, and also noticing handling differences which are nicer as well. And we'll be checking out MKStudios Zurich scenery, which is released tomorrow. That will also be compatible for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 and 2020 as well. So thank you to both those developers for giving their products. Here we are in London City. You can see the city in the background. We are live weather, but 12 hours behind live time, because I wanted to enjoy this beautiful sunset as we fly sunrise, as we fly southeast to Zurich. Flight's around 1 hour 20 minutes. I'm waiting. I know VATSIM is compatible for 2024, but I'm waiting until the model matching's being officially loaded in or being able to use before I start using VATSIM in this simulator. But it's the first time we've ever flown, as I said, a third-party aircraft. Looking very nice London is this morning in the simulator as well. Who have we got here in chat? We have Steve M. Hope you're doing well. This is Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 patch 3 released today. Yes, I presume so, Steve. I think it automatically updates. There was an update when I did a test flight this afternoon. So hopefully they'll fix some of the issues. Pete White, hope you're doing well. Good evening, Captain. A bit of jumbo Linoing tonight. Yes, the full hair dryers have been full power today. Very much indeed. Thank you very much for popping in here. Keith Jazz, howdy, Captain. Hope you're doing well. Michael, who was here watching back in before 2019, as many of you here have been watching for 5-6 years or so. Thank you very much for watching here. Even an Air Force pilot, Freddie Samira, was saying, I just saw that at the start of the stream. Hope you're doing well, guys. Aaron's here, Gary, Ian McNally, MadMat UK 123. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Adam Capek is here as well. Hello, Captain, he says. Wonderful. Right, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft. I've got also my overlay at the top working with MSFS UIPC now, working with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and this is actually stock London City. I do have the Orbeck scenery, but I don't think it's compatible yet for 2020, but you can sort of see that, you know, many of London elements have installed, and as I was saying in chat just before the start of this stream, I'm getting amazing performance in this simulator. Usually I'd be at 30 FPS, but I'm locked at 60 with the whole of the city in the background, so yeah, and it seems to be stutter free at the moment, but there we are. Not Alpaca Airways, because we are replicating the last ever scheduled flight for Swiss's RJ100, which was from London City to Zurich. It was flight number 465, the call sign 465, which we're going to be using today as well. So a bit of history will be replicating today with GSX all installed working as well. So great fun sector. I've also got this amazing PDF checklist. If you type in Avro RJ checklist Microsoft Flight Simulator, download there, and it sort of reduces the size of the full PDF and the amazing manuals you do get from Just Flight. They are very in-depth. This one just simplifies it to 2 pages. I found that very useful when flying this aircraft as well. Peter, thank you very much. 48 months as a member. May I be the first to welcome you to 96,000 subscribers. Yes, I've reached 96,000 subscribers, I think definitely since last stream. It's been over a week since we last streamed, so yes, road to 100k, 4,000 to go. I think it's a bit tight to ask for it for the end of the year, but some point in early spring perhaps I'll reach the magic 100,000 subscribers. Be sure to share my content to get to that magic number so I can get my silver play button. Fantastic. We'll get there one day. Thanks a lot. Even less than 4,000 now. Yes, it's gone up by another 100 or so in the last few days, which is great. Anyway, let's show you our routing today and where we are. I've got Navigraph charts all up and running in the background. So, as I said, flight time 1 hour 20 minutes from London City. We're live weather departing runway 09. The SID will be a Soccer 1 hotel. Takes us north of the Thames Estuary and then southeast across the English Channel. Where's this taking us towards? So that will be Brussels, then a right turn southbound here. We've got Metz, I don't know many of these places actually, Luxembourg, and towards the Alps, then Zurich. Very nice routing indeed. Anyway, let's jump on into the cockpit. There we go. As I said, if you've got this aircraft already for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and you want to install it for 2024, just head over to Just Flight. You get a 2024 download. But do read the FAQ. You have to sort of load it in twice to ensure it works correctly. Great that Just Flight have offered this so quickly, and a free update as well, which is a really nice touch as well. Yeah, offline flight today. I'm afraid. Operator reveal at 1 million subs. Yes, I'll do that. I might have retired by then. Dominic Mosina. List of it. How long would that route take in a train? Absolutely no idea. Anyway, let's get some electrical power connected to this aircraft. Did I actually connect the GPU? I didn't. No. So let's go here to aircraft. We'll import SimBrief OFP payload. There we are. We're chocked. GPU's connected. There we are. So hopefully that will be booting on outside there. You can hear it turning on. Apparently the train would take 20 hours. There you go. Learn something new every day. Let's do the shop bell battery on. I love this sound. If I can find the goddamn battery. Where is that switch? Not a great start. Here it is. Ding. There we are. And then we can get the external power connected. There we are. So we have some power onto the aircraft. Lovely jubbly. And now we can start the SimBrief boarding. So let's go here. Control Shift F12. That's not working. Request boarding. Boarding requested. There we are. So that's going to load up things. We've got a full load of passengers today. 112 passengers we'll have. There's the steps extended already. Great that it has full GSX compatibility. What else was I going to say? So how did you install MKStudios Zurich over the Asobo handmade Zurich? I don't know, Clemens, actually. That's a good point. I've tested to see if it's worked already. So I just downloaded from Contrail the Zurich scenery, and it seems to have automatically removed the stock one. Maybe because it's downloaded via the interweb, it recognises the scenery is installed and it doesn't actually download it. I don't know how these things work. Someone would know. But yeah, all working well. Didn't have to remove Zurich. We'll attach the tug now. Yes, that will save a bit of time later. So we've got some power connected to the aircraft. We'll turn on the nav lights, which are all the way up here. Passenger's bus is coming. Thank you. Nav lights are on. No smoking in the auto position. We're pre-fueled already.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
You do sound like you're from London. Seatbelt signs also on. Yaw damper and all the avionics switches on up here. There we are. Bus tie AC and DC to auto, which it is. We'll turn on the anti-skid now. The brake fans to auto. The lift spoilers yellow and green can come on.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Wonderful. Turn on the fuel pumps. We want the bus tie breakers in the auto position, which they are. Wonderful. I'll put the APU generator on for when we start the APU later. The engine generator switches are in the off position. Fire handles are in. We do the engine fire detection tests up here. Usually up here you can test all the different systems as you so wish. We'll start the APU now as well. It already has 4 other APUs. We'll just start the slightly smaller APU at the back of the aeroplane. APU-A you can apparently turn on during the start, and PAX only one on the ground. Everyone always reminds me every time I fly the Avro RJ. There we are. You can see GSX working beautifully, and the bus has arrived, which is great. Things you don't want to hear over the PA with a stuck mic from the deck. Where is that damn button? Yes. Also, can I have a round of applause in chat? No, I'm joking. I flew 3 days in Storm Dara, and it was the worst weather I'd flown in for at least a couple of years, and I did 3 Canaries, I did 2 Tenerifes and a Lanzarote. All of them were training this weekend. Well, actually one of them wasn't training because they got safety, they passed their line check. But yeah, we're landing at midnight at undisclosed base, sideways, and very lucky just with the timings. You know, the guys ahead of us went around, we got in, and then they got in second time round, but we took so much extra fuel. I think I had enough. I had 6 tons on landing on my first approach on the first day, enough to divert off island. It was crazy weather, but I've seen some really good videos on YouTube of the girls and guys landing in these conditions. Not fun, but you just plan very conservatively and go with that. So yeah, I'd love to film some of that stuff, but unfortunately no recording equipment like that to land on the flight deck. I've got a concern. My engine indications haven't popped up, and this happened on my first test sector. Let me just turn these on. So I think before I jump into anything, I think Cam's pilot is here, one of the Debs from Just Flight. I've got no engine indications. If I remember rightly, I did a whole setup earlier and I had to reload the aircraft because the engine indications didn't appear. I hope one of the devs there, but I think that could be an issue. Unless I've forgotten to turn something on the overhead panel regarding the engine indications, but yeah, I don't want to waste everyone's time doing a full setup and then have to reload the entire aircraft again. But it's not looking good. I did butter. It wasn't butter, Andy, but I was pretty pleased with the conditions.
Passengers bus is
Hi Felix, good to see you here, everyone. The developer of the excellent 747-200 in X-Plane 12. We need to fly that aircraft again. Cam's pilot, Martin for Just Flight. Yes, unfortunately, I'd suggest restarting the flight. WASM instability. So, yeah. So this I experienced on my first setup sector. This is a Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I don't know much about programming and WASM, but when this happens, the clue with this was these indications not showing, and there were some other issues as well. So what we'll do is, before we carry on, we'll just restart the flight in the menu. So let me just restart GSX first. We'll go here to escape. Hopefully if I press restart, that will hopefully fix it. We'll soon find out. Tenured of me, but I think V1 had this and had to reload the flight. Yeah. Let's have a look here.
You need to set parking brake.
Oh, I can't. I'm in the plane, madam. Wazam and Sazzle, always some surprises ready for you, it seems, yes. Ah. Right, yes, I want to start in my aeroplane. Let's see if that works. Oh, my days. Well, that's not good. It's completely frozen. Welcome, everyone, to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I can't even press escape. Oh no. Guys, I'm going to have to reload Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it would seem. Oh dear.
Rage quit.
Alt F4. Oh, even that's not even working. Oh dearie me. Can you guys actually hear me? I hope so. Hopefully my whole PC's not broken. Delete. There we are. Task manager's done it. Right, let's round two. At least we hadn't just taken off. Reloading the sim, guys. Teething issues. Felix, this will the only time when Alt F4 actually fixes the problem. Well, actually, that didn't work, Felix, unfortunately. God damn it. Right, I'll have to reload Fly Live as well. Did you say something? Yes. The voices. Oh dear. Right, it's reloading. Excuse me. I hope you guys all had a lovely week anyway. Did anyone in the UK or Europe get blown over in this horrible weather? Delete S System 32, that should work. What's that symbol? Oh my goodness me. Perfect. Also, game I want to purchase. Oh, can you guys see Microsoft Flight Sim? It's looking all blank on my Streamlabs. I upgraded my Xbox Game Pass to the Ultimate Edition so I could play the new Indiana Jones game on my Xbox. Oh, I've loaded up the wrong sim. I've just loaded up 2020, guys. Do you recognise that music? Oh no! Delete. Right, let's start. Look, let's just erase the last 16 minutes. Maybe we need 2020, yeah. Maybe we should have just stuck with it. Dear, oh dear. Right. Aerial streaming. Yep. Hopefully you'll now see a different simulator on your screen, because I don't have the source for 2020 anymore, only 2024. Deary me, not the start we wanted. It's loading. And thankfully we don't have the awful loading times we had when it was released a few weeks ago. Excuse me. There we are, it's doing a thing. Restart the countdown like this never happened. Yeah, I've just wasted 17 minutes of your life, guys. Pete, other professional streamers are available, that is true. Lots of free publicity for lots of developers there. Oh dear, oh dear. Hopefully, fingers crossed, loads in first time, no problems. There we are. Now we're going to have conflicting music, so I better turn my background music off. I have to say, when I was loading in doing the test sector earlier, the scenery was really spectacular. It seems to be loading into the sim a little better. Still, the textures don't look great sort of once you're above 3,000 feet, but you know, when I flew into Zurich earlier, the scenery was loading in really nicely. Now there's one of these sound effects. You never know what you're going to hear on a Flight Data Sim live stream. It's my soundboard. Oh dear, oh dear. Classic. We'll do another career stream at some point in the future. When I don't know, because I think the further you get along in your career, the more buggy the game is at the moment. I see a lot of people complaining about bugs and glitches and game crashes and all sorts there. So we might have to wait until there's some improvements. But yeah, we'll do another stream of that soon. Hi, how you doing? Good evening, sir, with a sunny, flowery sunshine thing. Hope you're doing well. Not wasted pure gold, brilliant. But yes, what we'll do, we'll load straight back into City in the Avro RJ and see what's what. Campus pilot, you should get some PD indications as soon as the electrical power is connected. Let's do the same again. So we'll put the battery and GPU on, see what we see, and hopefully we'll get all those engine indications. Ran into that issue when I installed it, followed the FAQ, and it worked when I reloaded the RJ70. Quit the sim, reloaded in, it worked fine. Oh my god, yeah, I imagine all you guys, yeah, all those crashes during testing. Yeah, it's very glitchy, this startup menu as well, like the video is freezing a lot. Hopefully no more issues, let's see. Oh, Alves, don't know if anyone asked you, if it's a personal question, but what football club do you support? I don't actually really watch football, Alves, shock horror. I am, I'd say, Chelsea supporter, but I couldn't tell you how they're doing in the league. I just know Man City are doing very badly. They've only just won one game in the last 7 or 8, but you know, I only really watch sort of the World Cup and things like that. Right, let's see how we get on again, guys. Free flights. We'll load into City. Where are you? It's over here. No, it's not. It's down there. Somewhere over here, because we're going to depart 09. Let's just go for ramp 6. Set as departure. It's in the RJ100. We'll leave it live time, live weather, but I'll crank it back 12 hours. Let's press start flight. Fingers crossed. It's time to see Papaya. Yes, McLaren won. I was at work, unfortunately, but I watched the race on catch-up next day. It's a good one. Has Yuki actually been confirmed as the new Red Bull driver now that Paris has been dropped? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Steve. Just a minute, let's see. Chelsea unsubscribed. Yes, but not religiously, Steve. You're okay. Ooh, what's happened here? Oh my god. Oh, hello. Okay. Ready to fly. Shift C. Let me just... Oh, yeah, that does that when you load into the sim. Unfortunately. Let's just go back to 8:22 in the morning. So we can enjoy the beautiful scenery. So it's live time. Something like that. Right, here we go, guys. Let me just get the chocks on. Ground power connected. Hopefully. We'll see straight away if that's going to work. Big diesel generator. There we are. So battery on. GPU on the bus. Where's the external power? Yes, we're in business, guys. We've got the engine indications. Sorry, I should have really spotted that before the start of the stream, but I hadn't got the aircraft powered up. So there we are. We've managed it. Let's see how we get on. Let me just get Fly Live up and running in the background. Perfect. So flight information. We're going from London City to Zurich. Call sign Swiss 465. Okay. So let's now load that up for you guys so you can hopefully see the flight information. There you go. Perfect. Right then, we'll just have to repeat what we already did earlier. So let's work for it. All set up there. Air brakes in, flaps are up, landing gear levers down, batteries on, DC meter battery 1 and 2 we've checked. Nav lights can come on, which is up here. Oh, was that a bit glitchy? No, smooth as anything. Cabin emergency lighting can be armed. Brake selectors in yellow by default. Yaw damper, autopilot master and avionics master switches on. Anti-skid system on. Lift spoilers yellow and green on. Brake fans auto. We'll test the electrical system later, and the backup hydraulic pumps and PTU. Fuel pumps can come on. There we go. Galley switch is on here. Generator 1 and 2 offline. APU generator we can put on. We'll start the APU, which is here. Start. There we go. Ignition system, all switches all set here. That will turn on later. APU air on and 1 pack. Perfect. Cockpit lights as required. So I don't know where the dome light is in the Avro RJ100. I was looking for it earlier and I just could not find it, but I think it saved most of my light positions. We'll put the RS to nav. Yeah, if I could do it. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, they're back. No, the lighting is working. Anyone else having deja vu? Brilliant. Yeah. Oh yes. Another problem is the clock here is stuck on GMT, and I've noticed that in another aircraft it doesn't actually update to your time in sim. It's always live time. So we are 0825 in the simulator actually. PED issue in 2020 is different to this one. It is now fixed. Roger. It's good to know. Yeah, this is the first time I've set up the plane. Yes, not tried to set it up yet. Oops. Right, we've done that. Master warning lights will test later. We've obviously got various lights illuminated at the moment. Ground test performed. DC pump. We do a test of the hydraulic systems, I think, now. So DC pump we turn on briefly. Check for a rise in yellow system hydraulic pressure. What else do I need to do here? Do I need to PTU on? Oh, there we go. Well, that's green hydraulic pressure. Maybe I read that wrong. Check the rise in yellow system, PTU on, then green. Not sure. Hopefully that will rise later. Oh, is it? Oh no, it's already increased, isn't it? That's fine. That's all good. Off. Perfect. Yellow and green hydraulic pressure test complete then. AC pump then comes off, and the PTU comes off until later. Doors are open, and we'll now load the FMC. Let's just restart GSX for boarding. Shouldn't take too long.
Boarding requested.
And it starts the there. We've got 2 loads. We've got music back here. Look, from this dodgy thing. It's so funny. Neon laser horizon. What would you do if you boarded an aircraft and heard this? It's like an 80s pop music. Yeah, I'll stick with my royalty-free music, I think. very amusing. Yeah, let's load up the flight management computer. We'll turn on the EFIS master switches as well. There we are. FMC is down here. So we've got the latest air rack installed and the fixed update. We'll attach the tug as well. You can download from SimBrief a manual text file. I tried doing and I couldn't get it to install here, so unfortunately we'll just have to put the routing in manually. It's not too long, but it's what I have to do every day. I'm operator anyway. So here's our SimBrief flight plan.
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
I've heard you before. Let's just make sure we've got sufficient fuel. So, ooh, where's the option to import the SimBrief data? I think I've got to sync it here, haven't I, first? FP, continue. Excellent, so that's it. Now I think if I go to aircraft...
Departure check
oh, it's
completed.
not giving me the option
Bypass
to...
pin inserted.
like it did last time. How do I sync my SimBrief? Charts are all locked in.
Passengers boarding starting.
Oh, I don't know. Oop, I've rotated it accidentally. Right, I think I'll have to manually load the aircraft as well. So let's now just check the flight plan. So we'll put look at this. We'll put 6 tons of fuel on, and I think SimBrief is going to load the passengers automatically.
Locking gear.
Oh, Yeah, let's do this manually. 3,036 aside. 3,037, that's fine. Instant refuel. Right, there we are. So I've refueled the aircraft. We've got 6 tons on board. And you can see GSX down here is taking care of the cargo and passenger count automatically. And you can verify that we've got 6,080. So we've got minimum block fuel on board there as well. I'll enjoy the music. Bob my head. Party flight. Brilliant. Let's now load in the FMC, as I said. So London City, I'll put those in as our last coordinates. I think that's our present position. There we are. So there's our routing. So Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Very similar to the FMC in the 737 as well. Zurich is Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. Call sign is the Swiss 465. Departure arrivals up here, runway 09 in use. It will be the Soccer 1 Hotel. Go to route, and then we'll just punch this in here. So after Soccer, Mike 87 Untum. From there, next page, it's going to be Lima 9 Dover. After that, we're going to have Upper Lima 9 Conan. Here are all the passengers looking forward to go home to Zurich. Upper Lima 607 Remba. Where are you? Here we are. God, it's been a while since I've streamed and had to do this. Love the ACARS functionality on so many aircraft now. Mike 624 Ritax. Ritax, it's direct Sutal.
Passengers bus is coming.
Wonderful. On to the next page. After Sutal, it's Golf Tango Quebec. From there, it's going to be Bamev. And from there, it's going to be Bravo Lima Mike, which is the arrival. And I think they're landing 1-4 in Zurich at the moment, so we'll go departure arrivals, ILS 14, it's the Bravo Lima Mike 3 Golf, and it will be the Gipol 14 transition, which is the RNAV point merge arrival. Great, activate, execute.
Passengers boarding starting.
Init ref, which is perfect. So here we can put in the 0 fuel weight. Now it will load the same one as on SimBrief, because I've got it synced up the flight plan with the loading tool. So 36.9 will be the actual 0 fuel weight. That's in. Execute. We'll clear the scratchpad message as well. 36.9 reserves for Geneva, our alternates, 2.5 tons. No cost index here, we're cruising at 29,000 feet. We'll punch in the average wind here, 078 at 47. 2 secs, I'll have a look at chat in a second, guys. Top climb ISO -6. And that, I think, is all you need to do for the FMC here. That's it. Metal Squid, I checked the pilots as well. It's the same FMS as the 737 Classic. The MCP is also, yes, Spurious Botch, it is very familiar to me, which is great. Transition altitude, that will be not 18,000 feet. It'll be significantly lower here in London. So look at the SID chart. 6,000 feet, so we'll just update that. Great. That's in. So we've loaded up the FMS, the EFIS master switches are on, the IRS is in nav. We turn on the engine anti-ice switches pre-flight in the Avro. Flight initiation test is done. Pressurization mode selected, you put the elevation, so it's 1,400 feet in Zurich, and then leave it in auto. CVR, standby, altimeter, and primary altimeter we need to set, so I don't have any magic B button like I have in 2020. QNH is high pressure now in the UK, 1033. Yeah, we've got the full sync feature on, which I really like, so you don't have to set all of the altimeters individually. TCAS test, FDRU test, oxygen U test, parking brake is set, we've got sufficient hydraulic pressure. And now we can set the performance for departure. So here, if you look on the PFD, you can select your flap setting. So because it's London City, I'm going to take a higher flap setting. I'm not going to take full flap, I'm going to use flap 30 for departure. So watch how the speed changes when I click the flap setting I want. So if I press here, look, boom, 124 is now our new V2 speed. And we set that on the MCP, and we're going to go full Toga max. I have no valid performance takeoff data, but that should work here in City. And then we'll reduce to climb thrust after departure. V speeds set.
Boarding is complete.
Oh no, look, it's just updated the weights now, so maybe I should press it again. There we are, 125. Set
Cabin
125.
crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Yes, I love all this immersion, it's great. Oh, they're landing on runway 34 in Zurich right now in real life. Roger. Let's have a look then. What arrival are we going to need then? It's not that one, is it? Oh no, I think we can still do that arrival via Schiphol. It's going to be ILS 34. We'll use whatever they're landing here. Okay, that's quite cool. And it'll be, is there a Schiphol transition? Look at that. Yeah, we'll do the ILS 34 Schiphol transition. So departure arrivals. ILS 34. And it'll be just that Schiphol one, I guess, to execute. Just have a quick look here for any discontinuities. Switch to plan. Oh, can you not look at it, or do you have to wait until alignment's complete? Well, we'll just look at the points. So after Schiphol, we've got Zulu Hotel 479. Yeah, looks good, guys. And then after 479, 483, 485, 487, 489, and 490 base leg 6000. Great. So that'll be a nice arrival. Hopefully we'll have some good views. So FMC's loaded. Runways in use in real life have been programmed into the simulator. Performance is complete. MCP we need to set. So it's a stop altitude of 3,000 feet here in London City. Very low. The runway QDM for runway 09 here is 092 degrees, which we'll set now. 092, we'll set that on the courses as well, just in case we have to come straight back. London City would not be a suitable airport to divert into, though, if you had an emergency. Oh, it's just so much easier to use than 146, I love it. 092, and we might as well tune the ILS 09 if we have to come back here, 11115. That's active on 1. And active on 2. And we just need to turn the DME on. So DME on, DME on. So you can see on the RMI, look, we've got the DME information from the ILS 09 there. Good. So that's set. What have we got left to do? DME switches speed to set before starts then. So we'll turn on the AC pumps. AC pump, I should say, to on or auto? On. There we are. Oh, now you want me to import it. I'll press cancel because I've already loaded up everything. I just want to make sure there's... Oh, no, wait. The zero fuel weight doesn't match the flight plan. Oh, no, it does. 36.9. And we got 37 now. That's fine. And we're already using fuel look for the APU. Right, so... let's remove the ground power. Did I put the APU on the bus? It's on, so we can get rid of the ground power. How do I get rid of the chocks? I think I've got to wait until the GPU disconnects. It's shutting down. Will, thank you very much for your support as a member, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the content, and welcome aboard. So was QDM. QDM is magnetic heading. Yeah, magnetic bearing. Yeah, it's the runway magnetic heading. Have we upgraded the hair dryers on the wings? No, same old hair dryers. Look, the IRS alignment's now complete, so we can go back to map. Excellent. I think, guys, we're almost ready for engine start. So, yeah, AC pump is on to retract the stairs. Once it's retracted, we can take the AC pump off. We'll turn on the beacon, just to tell everyone we're about to start engines. APU air goes off. Packs 1 and 2 off, so get rid of the conditioned air into the cabin. Fuel pumps are on, start power normal. It's in the normal position, start master on, and we're ready to start the engines. So, just before we do that, we'll brief our departure. Lee Russell, thank you very much. 39 months as a member. Love hard. Oh, thank you so much. Love you too. Hope you're doing well. Felix says, now you get me even more confused, so it's just to have more options. I think people are talking to Felix about the aircraft, not so sure. Oh yeah, I need to uncage the standby attitude indicator, thank you. Cheers, Ian. Perfect. So, just a reminder, we're going to have a very short taxi out here off runway, off whatever stand it was, I can't remember now. Let's just zoom on in. There we are, hide all this. So we'll push back face west, short taxi to Tango runway 09, and the SID is this Soccer 1 Alpha. So 09, straight ahead, Lima Charlie Echo 01, max 210 knots. It says here. Max 210, 570 feet or above, and then a left turn to Lima Charlie Echo 02. And we maintain 3,000 feet until all the way to Soccer, but what we'll probably do is climb a bit higher. I'll imagine ATC's giving us clearance, but it will stop the initial climb at 3,000 feet. Right, that's all coded, that's all set. We are now ready to start the engines. And again, sorry for that minor issue at the start with the simulator. We would have probably been airborne by now, but not bad. 38 minutes for a setup with a full reboot of the simulator. Right, let's now start engine number 4 and commence the pushback. So, prepare for pushback and departure. I always get this wrong. I want the tail to go left, but that means tail right. I bet I've got it wrong.
Release parking brakes.
My main concern is... Oh no, there they go. Excellent. We'll start these engines because I've got a lot to start. So, over to 4.
Release parking brakes.
Start. Excellent. So parking brake can be released as well. Oh yeah, you can press... You need to set the trim, so if you press that, it sets the trim automatically for you.
Release
There you
parking
go.
brakes.
I just did. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the chocks.
Release commencing brakes. All engines clear.
Oh, 10%
Start
N2.
at will.
You can barely hear the hair dryers. When I get the hydraulics on, this will stow. I can hear a hair dry just about. There we go. Yeah, the sounds on this sound on. Yeah, I knew I'd get it wrong. God damn it. It's alright. We'll enter here, backtrack, runway 09, no problem. Why can't they just say face east or west? Not tail left, tail right. I've never heard that. Maybe it's somewhere else in the world they say this. There we are. Sounds like a good start on engine number 4. I'll reset the master caution system. Good. Starting engine number 3. Monitor the N2. N1. 10%. Fuel on. It took me ages to get this all set up with my control column. Goes without mentioning, we've got yoke cam up and running. Here it is. Thrusts, engine 1 and 2, 3 and 4, all set up.
Set parking brakes.
You're right on my right. I know, Steve. Every time. Right. Parking brake set. Looks good. What point can I start the next engine? I think it's when the ignition lights and starter operator lights extinguish. Parking brakes released. Why are you not going, GSX? Leave me alone. 10%. Fuel on.
Unlocking gear.
Oh. Take your time, why don't you? In Prague we use nose west, east-west of the cargo stands. Absolutely. Everywhere. Yeah, facing east, facing west, or to exit via Delta 2.
Tow truck disconnected.
Tiddly tug, isn't
Bypass
it?
pin removed.
Wonderful.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Hairdryer number 3 starting on engine number 2. Good, starting engine number 1. What do these burn now? Is that, what's that? No, it's got to be 90, is that 90 kilos? Yeah. There's the pin. Bit late with the fuel. We did a good pushback, and I don't have any GSX profile. Unfortunately, we're departing the wrong way. It'd be nice to take it up 2.7 this evening. So this is an example of this beautiful loading in of the textures. God, what's the wind in City? It looks like a bit of a crosswind. Hair dryer fired on normal checklist, brilliant. Yeah, no, is it 900 kilos an... Is it? No, it's not 900 kilos an hour, Pete. 90. Surely it's 90. It's definitely not 900. We'd be out of fuel in about an hour and a half. Right, before good starts. Let's find my checklist so I do this correctly. So, start, select, off. Start master switch off. Engine anti-ice as required. We'll leave it on for takeoff because we're going straight into icing conditions. Generator 1 and 4 on. APU air on. We leave the APU on for takeoff. Pack 1 and 2 on. Pack 1 and 2 on. Brake fans auto. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps on. 1 and 2. AC pump auto. PT1 for departure. Icing systems all on. Animal bay heaters required. Flaps for takeoff. So we're taking... I think that just is for the parking brake, that's fine. So flaps to 30. Seems our pilot has no issues with congestion today. No. So in Climb Flight Sim, you're lucky to do real pilot as a job and living. Oh yes. Worked hard as well. Worked hard. A bit of luck. Fucking extension. This is so complex. It's wicked. There we are. Still extending. Details are phenomenal. But yeah, so what 900 was a bit excessive, Concordish. There we are. What else have we got left to do? Flaps are set, taxi lights on. Now I think if I turn these on, it's a issue that they don't, because I taxied around in night earlier. It doesn't illuminate anything outside yet. I think that's a Flight Sim 2024 issue, or some compatibility issue with the aircraft, but the lights don't illuminate anything outside, which is another reason we're not doing a night flight today. Taxi lights, rudder trim centre, aileron trim centre, check the flight controls, full forward, full back, left, right, and rudders right and left. Perfect. The only master caution, as I said, is for the parking brake, and we'll release the brakes, manual our taxi, do a config check. Good, so the aircraft is correctly configured for departure. And now what we're going to do is a little 180 on the apron. There he goes. We're moving. Little hair dryers. Right, swing it round. And also the nose wheel skids if you go too fast. Also, I think another little issue is the spool up times are incredibly fast. It's almost instant. I don't think there has any leading edge devices that move on this. Are they fixed? There we are. It's like we pushed back facing west all along. Martin, no, we didn't push back the wrong way. I just wanted to see what was in that direction. Yeah, the spool up time is too fast. Look, if I just set it up, it's like instant. There's no delay. Hopefully be looked at. And there we are, already at the whole point. It does, aircraft do taxi significantly better now in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I don't think so, Tamango. I think it has no leading edge devices. Right, parking brake set. So before takeoff, cabin call press. No, that's the ground horn.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Cool, that's loud. Landing lights on, strobes on, which are up here. We'll have the logo on, There we go. Flight controls are checked. Auto throttle arm and LNAV.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Wonderful. And we're now ready for departure, guys. So, other thing is transponder. So MCP set, transponder, TRA, strobe lights on, landing lights to come on. They're already on. Let's go. Parking brake released. Toga Max, absolutely. Yes, Jay Whiteside, you've got it. I was just demonstrating the turning circle of the RJ, yes. The Dyson, it sounds like my Dyson. Brilliant. Ian, thank you very much. 48 months, buddy. 4 years. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone, as well. Not long to go. I'm working throughout Christmas and New Year's, regrettably. But there we are. Oh, seatbelts are off. I always leave something, Christopher Levin. Always leave something, and that was the one thing I left. And you spotted it. Well done. Do the wipers work now, Ian? I can't see if it's... No, it's not, is it? But it's a very realistic motion. But unfortunately, no rain removed. Just got to start the timer, guys. We don't need them. There we are. Does look good, this sim. Credit where credit's due, and you'll see on the approach and flight today when the sun is rising as we fly east. It's looking spectacular. Right, Toga's in chat. Let's go to Zurich. Let me just restart my timer. 0, or maybe elapsed timer, run. There we are, it's in seconds. Perfect. There we are. So we'll just add a bit of thrust here. Stabilised? No, no stabilised. Where's the little click spot? There it is. Set takeoff thrust. We're off.
Check thrust.
Great
Thrust
sounds.
set.
Off we
Yes,
go.
good line.
Checked. Light forward pressure on the nose. Checked. I'll release that forward pressure. And a right rudder coming in. Where's the wind coming from? Yeah, that way. Oh god, more right rudder. Go.
Rotate.
Oh, it's rotating on its own. We're up.
Positive climb.
Gears coming up.
Gear up select.
Follow the flight directors. Oh, crikey, a bit turbulent. So we'll get to 1,000 feet. Left turn already. Well, the flight directors are quite sensitive. Hard to follow accurately. Crikey, it's very sensitive. Right, there's 1,000 feet, so we'll plug up. There's the left turn for next waypoint. Lowering the nose to accelerate. It'll tell me when to retract the flaps.
Speed checked. Flaps 24.
24. Oh, got some thrust asymmetry. Just take a bit of thrust off. Flying
Speed
thrust.
checked. Flaps 18.
Flaps 18. Commands, VS, 1000. Glide thrust. It's better. What a hoover! God, it's struggling to climb this thing. Crikey! We're gonna have to reduce that VS. We've got full climb thrust.
Flaps 0.
Flaps up. Beautiful. Those sounds. Amazing. Good, one to go. We'll level off at 3,000 feet, do the after takeoff checklist. That is the SID, remember, here in London. Some of the most congested airspace in the world. And once we've done the after takeoff checklist, we'll imagine we've got continuous climb. Yeah, you can see how the flight director... I'm only comparing to the 737, but the flight director and the autopilot will never fly off it. So it's sort of lagging a little bit. It's sort of flying in well. Great FPS. RP Gamer, so glad this is in the sim. You would be a passenger on this very aircraft. just turn the sim down. There we are. So max speed, we can now go to 250 knots. 250. And have to press thrust. Oh no, Wolfroll's now accelerating, great. Right, let's do the... I don't know if you guys can hear me, I'm just going to turn the sim down further. It's sure loud. Crikey. That's better. Alright, I'll now do the after takeoff checklist. So, brakes are off, gears up, autopilot's engaged, 250 knots, engine air can now come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else got to do? APU air off. Stop the APU, it's no longer required. PTU can come off. Call the cabin crew to release them. There we are. And after takeoff checklist complete. What's this here? I think we'll leave the engine anti-ice on. Pressurising. Yeah, we've got 1.5 psi. There we are. We've stopped at 3,000. Great. So we'll continue our climb. There's no ATC. We're offline. And if there was no traffic, you would get further climb as well. So we'll give ourselves a cheeky little shortcut direct to NKIV as well. So legs. NKIV, execute. L nav available. There's the right turn. Let's go straight up to our cruise. Flight level 290. Perfect. And level change. Up we go. Did someone leave a window open? It's loud. Absolutely. 350 driver the other day said this aircraft doesn't like to climb in reality. Absolutely, yeah. 4 underpowered engines. I think the RJ was better than the 146 though, wasn't it? Right, where's my routing gone off the FMC? Oh no, it's there, it's the white line. God, I'm going to have to turn the sim down further, it's so loud. Thank you very much, Liam, for your 61 months as a member. The hairdressers just called asking for their hair dryers back. Brilliant. Yes, they are very underpowered for sure. Thank you very much for your continued support and time as moderator as well, buddy. Thank you. Oh, look at this. This is just like in real life, actually. Credit to the devs. When you just get to the top of the cloud, everything gets very bright. It's usually a little bit whiter than this, and you can barely see. It's blinding. You're reaching for your sunglasses. Right, we're above the transition altitude. Let's set standard. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, that's one of the best bits of the job. Breaking the clouds. It's always a sunny day up here. Standard set. Doesn't climb that bad. 2,000 feet per minute. Yeah, you wait till we get to above 20,000 feet. Look at that. Martin, thank you. 90 months as a member. Alpaca sunglasses now available at the merch store. Yes, for all those cloud breaks in your respective simulator. Thank you very much, buddy. Cloud surfing. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Yeah, you can see. I can see the graphical improvements. And if you look straight ahead, look at that. That's superb. Really good. Very nice. Why is the cabin call button still blue? Yeah, you can see the difference between that and 2020. That's stunning. That is very realistic as well. Looks great. You get proper overcast cloud here in the sim. I think the live weather depiction seems pretty good. You've got the weird gust behaviour sometimes, but that's great. That's worth a screenshot. Great. Done it. No more sad vibe under the cloud, no. Seriously, I'll explain more rain, I know. Yes, this does look graphically far superior. Douglas, check the FMC to see crew message sending you coffee. It's not quite in the flight factor 777 this evening, unfortunately. Look at that. Looks a bit grainy when you look sort of straight down, but it's sort of hiding all those textures loading in. But that looks amazing. There's Jim and I. Oh no, it's just me. With oh, it's campaign me with my head, my cap on backwards. Where's Jim? That's funny. There we are. It's lovely and quiet in here. Right, let's increase the range on our ND. We're routing direct to the Dover VOR. I have only flown here a few times. 11495. There we are, so that's active DME. Might as well switch that to box 2 as well. There we are. Oops, that's active as well. So we've got the RMI pointing back up towards the VOR, which we're about to fly over as well. Airborne for 9 minutes. Flying with style, I know, Taco Flopper. Welcome aboard. Namboozle, I need to get back into 2024, but for some reason the throttle keeps going to 0 randomly despite remapping anything. Could be an issue with your throttle maybe, Namboozle. Didn't Swiss go bankrupt, Martin? No, I think Swiss are still going strong, aren't they? Or were they bailed out? I'm not sure. Right, above flight level 100, let's now accelerate to a more efficient climb speed. I think it recommends the checklist doing 270 knots. Initial climb 280. So let's accelerate to 280, and we'll cruise at Mach decimal 0.7 today. So let's do the pre-cruise check. So fuel, 4 pumps. How do I reset the cabin cool? There we are. Lights off. Verify the APU's off. Pressurization, diff pressures by Jim's left knee. Cabin rate of climb 50 feet per minute. 4 PSI. Cabin altitude 1400 feet. It's oh, I need to turn the engine anti-ice off now. Set. It's giving me a bit more oomph from the engine. You can literally hear them increase the thrust. Belts, checks complete. Is the engine anti-ice really?
The captain has switched off the fasten seatbelts on. You are free to move about the cabin.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, enjoy GSX passengers. Yeah, you can hear the difference in the engines when you turn the engine anti-ice off. Big bleed demand. Laser Rob, have you ever had your Boeing yoke glitch out to the left? Not sure if it's a hardware or 2024 issue. Never had that. Swiss Air went bankrupt, I think. Crossair assumed all of their assets and renamed Swiss. That I did not know.
50,
Oh.
40, 30, 20.
Thank you, very, very kind, Russ. Thank you.
Little Christmas gift for explaining things.
Most kind. Thank you very much. I will get myself. Well, I don't drink coffee, but I'll get myself some pop at the local shop before I next go to work. Thank you very much, Russ. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Tomago, Jim's left knee is getting a break from the 737 trim handle. Now, word of experience. I don't know if there's any of my colleagues here or 737 pilots. That hurts. I can't tell you how many times I've had my knee whacked from that trim handle. It flipping hurts. Keep your knees off it. I've said a word which I've never said on a stream before once when that happened. So Swiss are long gone, it's now just Swiss. Yeah, I see, I would have known that. I was actually thinking, it's Swiss Air, because I obviously remember all the pictures of all the aircraft from when I was a kid, all showing Swiss Air, but now it's just Swiss, and as someone said, now owned by Lufthansa. Big 2024 update later today, says Lilo Pilot. Oh, interesting. What, is that just bug fixes? I presume. I've seen a wave. Very nice. I think it's going to be overcast the entire sector, guys. Looking at the weather charts. There we are, approaching Dover VOR soon. Crossing over to France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and the French-German border, really. ETA. We'll probably... Actually, no, we're going to be landing 3-4 now, aren't we? Or... No, what's the runway we're landing on? 3-2. I've got to remember. 3-2, I think we said. No, it wasn't 3-2. Remind me. There's many runways here. I need to make a note of that before I start saying I'm landing on a different runway. Is that the preferred landing runway in Zurich at night then? Ton of fixes, it needs it. Hopefully no issues lost are in the sim today. Hello Pangolin, one of the old members of the channel. Still an X-Men 11 because my poor laptop can't even run 2020. Well, I'm getting much better performance in 2024 than I did in 2020. Much better. We just took off from London City with no stutters at all. My 3080 tanks on. Forgot to mention, thank you. Well, I did say at the start of the stream, but we are flying into some third-party scenery, MKStudios, Zurich scenery out tomorrow for both 2020 and 2024. We'll have a little explore of the scenery. In fact, if there's any Zurich experts, you can tell me where's best to park this thing. So if we're going to land on runway 34 this evening, probably we can test the stopping performance, maybe vacate here onto runway 10. That's probably not approved, but probably make Echo 6. And then I saw lots of Swiss aircraft parked down here on the scenery, so maybe down there. Yeah, same with me, Pete. Yeah, much better performance in this sim. Overhead the Dover VOR, there's the cone of confusion. DME's disappeared, and the RMI doesn't know where to point. And then we'll be on the outbound radio very shortly. There we go. Outbound 090. Dover is somewhere down there. Great, I've got my overlay working on the top here in the sim. Great. 2024 performance is much better than 2020. Better use of CPU, I think. I think in time then we'll be porting over to 2024 because it's had a rough start, but for me the performance gains are very noticeable. Very noticeable. Looks like you're floating on cotton. Yes, it does look a bit cotton-like, doesn't it? A bit too fluffy. Did look very good when we just broke out. But yes, maybe we can zoom in a bit better when it looks so bad. But yeah, they're interesting textures. Looks like they're very solid. I mean, that looks like terrain, like snowy mountains there. Try not to hit it. Thanks, Brad. Hope you're doing well, buddy. 54 months in London. Keith, do you have some pixelation in 2020? Not really. I'm trying to think how the clouds looked in 2020 now. Not like this, did they? I mean, I think it looks okay. Cirrus up here as well. It's all this high pressure you see. It's trapping all the moisture. Looks like broccoli. What a comparison. Oh dear. You must have sharpness turned up high. Oh, Snaz MC, I have no idea. Michael, maybe we're suddenly being transported to Antarctica, possibly. Does it look like flight? I mean, this looks like, usually when it's overcast, it is actually pretty flat. You don't usually get these bulges. These sort of look like cumulus clouds, which you definitely wouldn't be getting in the weather with the high pressure we have, with the temperature at night. This is obviously live weather and we're at night right now in reality. It would be far flatter with this, literally like a bed sheet with little bits of detail. So it sort of looks like bubbly cumulus. This bubbly cumulus isn't quite right, but it still looks very good. And the way it depicts overcast, I can remember flying FSX before and years ago when I was simming, you can never really have a proper overcast condition. Now you can really see the performance dropping off. That's full climb thrust, 112 passengers, full load for the 100, and we're barely doing 900 feet per minute. We'll convert to Mach 0.7 soon. Have we done any streams in Antarctica? I don't think we have. Well, no, we haven't, Michael. On the first day of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 out, we took the Airbus A400 to Antarctica and crashed multiple times. So maybe a stream there one day. Yeah, great little add on this. I love the RJ. I mean, the 146 is fun, but this is far more usable with the, I would say, modern avionics. It's 25, 30 years old now, but with the autopilot system and the FMCND, it's a lot more usable. Oh, Spurious, the manual says change to max climb if FPM drops below 1,000 feet per minute. It's in the manual. How do you select max climb? Max continuous thrust? Ah, max climb. I didn't know. There we are. Let's get a bit more oomph from the engines. It's barely making 800 now. If I had the engine anti-ice on as well, I'd be really struggling. Thanks for that, Spurious Podge. Martin, do I remember correctly that you once said you had a tailwind that your ground speed was supersonic? I think if you took it at sea level, then it wasn't far off. Yeah, 605 knots, it was just over 600. Which is not too far off the speed of sound at sea level. Ah, that was cool. I didn't know you could go max climb. Well, we're hauling our way up. And then it'll be a not too long a cruise. In fact, what's our ETA? 22:11 Zulu, so just over an hour. Well, an hour exactly. Patrick, what's the difference between indicated airspeed and Mach number? Well, your Mach number is your speed in relation to the speed of sound, which is actually dictated by temperature at high altitude. And your indicated airspeed is just the air molecules going to your pitot tube at that height, and it's affected by your air density. So 280 knots at sea level on a standard ice today is the same as your true airspeed. Max Verstappen, max climb, brilliant. Yeah, the engine exhaust animations are pretty good. Quite like them. It's a bit sort of wavy, and it would be coming out far quicker, but yeah, it's a nice shimmer effect. And what are we burning per hour here? Well, last stream we were in Concord, weren't we? This is burning 760 kilos per engine per hour. Oh no, sorry. No, that's... Which one's fuel flow? Hey? Fuel used. It's got to be this arrow, isn't it? It's not going to be that arrow swinging around, is it? No, I think the fuel flow is this. I think the fuel used is this little indication, isn't it? Interesting. Well, there's one way of finding out. Just reducing a bit of thrust. Oh, crikey! No, they're both fuel flow. You've got a digital indication and the little needle. They didn't like doing that. Come on! It's hauling its way up to 290, slowly but surely, approaching Coxie. I pushed the button for... Ah! What's that? Who's dinging? Did you hear that? Is that... here? I think it's just a random sound. Cancel. Leave me alone. Fuel used. Ah, thanks guys. 3 tons aside. No, three. I was going to say no. 300 kilos aside. 600 kilos we've used. Great. Yeah, it was a flight attendant. Just seeing if we're still alive. We are. Flight attendant wants to know if we want a coffee. I love that in the flight factor. It's great. Engine panel seems to be very similar to the MD-80, yes, and the 300, the classic 737s had these indications as well. Probably the crew asking, can they be released now? By guy, P3 Orions changed from steam gauges to these gauges. Everyone hated them. Much easier browsing 16 needles than reading 16 digits. Yeah, they're not the most user-friendly to use. I mean, especially this sort of yellow here on the EGT. I mean, it sort of shows you where you are in relation to the caution and the overheat, the red zones. So, yeah, I think they fell out of favour quite quickly, especially on the NG screens now. P3 Orion, pretty cool bike, guy. They still fly those around now, don't they? They do a lot of the hurricane chasing, don't they, in the US? Jason's hi. How do you deal with smell events at your operator? How do you mean, like fumes, Jake? Smell events? Well, if the what do you mean if the first officer? Well, I think you probably mean fumes in relation to in the cabin or cockpit. Exactly. Which one though, Jake? I think you mean. I think I know what you mean. So the Boeing has a checklist for dealing with smoke, fire, and fumes. Essentially, it tries to find the source of the smoke, and then hopefully the crew can isolate it. Also covers fumes as well. But if the fumes are getting to the point where people are feeling or having side effects like nausea or fainting, then we divert. Masks on. And then we also have a removal checklist as well, which is not to be taken lightly, because essentially you depressurise the plane to try and remove the smoke, but it can, if it's say from a source of fire, it can make a fire worse. But if you obviously can't see an instrument due to smoke in the cockpit or something along those lines, you've got to fume it now, got to remove it. Byguy P3 is still the best maritime patrol warfare platform, I reckon. Very cool. And they've been flying for a very long time as well, haven't they? Just open the window. Slowly, this burns about the same as the Neo and Max. What are we burning right now? When we level off, it'll be slightly more than the Max, more like the NG, but bear in mind we've only got 110 passengers on. It's about slightly more than half the capacity of an NG or a 320. So yeah, in this day and age, it's not efficient enough. Can't carry enough passengers. J Whiteside, it was J Whiteside 91, absolutely. One of the findings in Kegworth was the ability for the crew to read the indications, understand them, and they were new on the Classic. They'd only just started flying the 400 recently, and there was lots of contributing factors in that accident. But yeah, that's one of the bits of feedback. Hello Patrick Bentley, as someone who is only just getting into flight sim, do people still use P3D, or is it a thing of the past? I've never used it. I think in this day and age most people have probably used P3D, migrated to X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know what a percentage of people still use it. Navigraph do an annual survey, that might explain how many people are using it. Yeah, I'd stick with X-Plane or 2020. There might be some great aircraft in P3D from great devs that haven't made any aircraft for this sim, but I really don't know. There we are, flight level 290. Only took 27 minutes to get here with a brief level off. There we are. Got altitude on the PFD. We'll set max continuous thrust in the cruise. That's that little yellow bar. There we go. Now there is a VNAV button, but just like with the real Avro and in the Just Flight Avro RJ Professional, it's not modelled, but you do have top of descent information in the FMC or the ND to display where your top of descent roughly should be. There it is. What a way to go yet, just over 160 miles. So yeah, we'll just carry on chilling out like we always do during streams. Feel free to ask questions about aviation within reason. Obviously I can't discuss too much personal life and my operator, which most of you know. There you go, Sasquatch found out the facts. 4.6% of flight sim users use P3D. Pangolin, are many people still using Explain? Everyone online seems to use 2024 recently, but I think everyone's excited about the latest thing. I think the Explain has still a very large user base. It's never going to be on the size of Microsoft's platform, but I still love Explain, and it still makes up a significant portion of the content I create. In fact, I found that a lot of people who have used 2024, ported over, or tried it for the first time, have actually started using Explain as well. They've heard about Explain. Just check out my last few Explain streams. You can make the sim look very nice. There's some fantastic developers making some really high quality add-ons as well. I love the sim, and still for me, I think aircraft handle far more realistically in Explain than in Microsoft Flight Simulator. As I've said many times before, it's good in this simulator and good, whereas with these graphics on top of that, it's probably overall the best package. Whereas Explain, it's a personal preference perhaps, but airplanes handle incredibly realistically. Secondary effects of flight controls are really nice. Can you see things inside the cabin in Explain 12? Absolutely, Pangolin. I think that not many of the default aircraft in this sim you can do. This has a very good cabin, the Just Flight Avro. RPG Gamerus or RP Gamerus. If I could afford another sim, I'd also have Explain just for some of the lanes. Yeah, there's some really cool ones. There's a citation coming out, isn't there, which looks quite good. It's been made over the last few years. That was quite exciting. Talking of which, I've got this Aviator edition of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and there seems to be some really good fun aircraft. I don't know how well modelled they are. The Boeing 707, from what I understand, isn't that great, is it? I might fly it for a bit of a laugh because, look, it is a 707, but I think the whole package is pretty poor. But there's like a Curtiss, there's some really old school like Junkers and 4 tri-motors. You go and see some of the scenery this sim has to offer. What if PMDG is going to do something similar to the iFly cabin? Maybe. I might look at their freighter as well. I didn't get sent any preview copies for the freighter this time, but it's a whole. It's not a free update, is it? For the freighter, I think you have to buy the whole package. The 777, that is. Grant, how's the learning curve on the RJ? Pretty good. You get some fantastic documentation with the product as well from Just Flight. I'm also using today this great checklist, which I recommend thoroughly because it just shortens the entire checklist into 3. It's on that flightsim.to site from PHBKO. It's so good, and it just sets up the aircraft exactly as you need. It tells you where to find the paddle, so H overhead paddle, and once you've done a few flights you begin to get cockpit familiarization. I think if you looked at my first stream of this, my setup took probably 45 minutes, but I always try to find checklists like this when I stream unfamiliar aircraft, so it doesn't take me an hour to set the thing up. And always do a test sector, so you don't have to watch me restart the sim, set up things. That's a bit of a pain, but I had to obviously restart the sim stick because it had an issue with it. There's a Stratoliner. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, Spurious Podge. I need to have a play with them. James B, would you ever do a stream like V1 Simulations did, but comparing the 737s? What, in the different simulators? Look into that. I've done loads. I mean, we know what the 737 MAX is like in this simulator. It's let's just say it's very default. Grant, did you reinstall 2024? No, I haven't had to do that. Martin Pro Streamer just occasionally forgets to lower the gear when flying Concorde. Yes. Brilliant. But yeah, talk about, as I said earlier, I want to get the new Indiana Jones game. That looks really good. I love the indie movies. And I've got Xbox Game Pass, so I'll have a download of that. And I've got the Xbox Game Pass, the Ultimate Edition, so I think you can play on PC as well. But I'm more a console gamer, guys. I'm of that generation. Hello Freezer, just about to get back into Flight Sim after a few years of pause, and I think it's really hard to decide whether or not to pick up Explain 12 or 2024, being using P3D back then. I'd probably think for you in time will get more enjoyment out of 2024. The career mode's a good laugh. A good amount of default aircraft. X-Plane I think is a bit more of a serious sim, which is great because that's the sort of content I like to provide most of the time, with a light-hearted show, let's say. But if you can get both, and they do sometimes pop up on sale, these sims, both X-Plane and Microsoft. Well, I don't think Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 will be on any sale soon, but you'll probably get more fun out of this sim. Steve, and the indie game forces on ray tracing, so I heard, so it can be hard on the GPU and frames. Should be alright. I've got the Xbox, Mega Xbox, bought a couple of years ago. Should be alright on that. Oh. Anyway, about just do a little fuel and time check. We took standard fuel, but the weather was very nice in Zurich this evening. There's Bupal coming up, 14 miles. Let's have a look at the flight plan. Where are you? Ah. There we are. Bupal, Bupal, Bupal. Can't see it. Dover, Coxey. It's really sensitive. There we are, Bupal. So we should be there. Oh gosh, what's happened to this format? It's a right mess. Can't read that. I think I'll use Navigraph. So, Bupal, 36 minutes into the flight. We are 34 because we took that big shortcut on the departure. That's absolutely normal. And we should have 3931, so about 4 tons of fuel. We've got 4.3, so saved a little bit of fuel. That's all making sense. We should have burnt 2 tons of fuel. Fuel used. Each side, 4, 8, 1600 kilos, about 1700, so we've saved quite a bit of fuel as well. Xbox Game Pass always a good option for Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, of course, if you've got the Game Pass as well with Microsoft, I'm not selling this here guys, you can play Microsoft Flight Simulator. Eggbox. Hayden, no spoilers. Martin, did you ever land a 7-3 into Innsbruck? Yeah, we did loads of streams, not in real life though, never been. Have a look here and you'll be able to find Innsbruck and all the streams we've done into that airport. It's been a long time since we've flown in there, so maybe again soon. Well done, Nightbot. You did a thing. So me, are we not quite wings level? Look, there's a little bit of a roll here. Slightly right down. You can see that on the horizon. Got some weird... yes, Sim, you got some weird jet effects. They've only got coming out of 2 engines, unfortunately. I've only got 2 contrails. I should have 4. It's such a stubby blade. If you just look at the wings, remove the wings, it looks like a fuel tank for a fighter jet. Just ignore the wings. Such a stubby blade. Rudder trim, let's have a look. Lock the flight deck door, hadn't I? Security risk. Ah, where's the quick spot for the door? You can definitely close it because I did it earlier. It's a very metallic door, isn't it? Ah! I've locked myself out. There we are. Lock. Perfect. Secure. 2 hairdryers have fallen off, brilliant. They're bundling the Indiana Jones game with GPU sales and so pushing it hard. Clips of the game have seemed to look fun. Yeah, and I looked at a video. The start sequence is based off the original first film, you know, when he gets a little monkey head off the statue, and it's been made to match every single movement from that first scene. It looks really cool. Flight Walnut, brilliant. Oh, thank you so much for that reference. Unbelievable. Hayden, no spoilers, return for a jump seat ride. Brilliant. behave, you lot. Oh yes, we should be doing Mach 0.7. That is the cruise speed. So the wings will start shaking if we go any faster. Over Rambo, inbound to Ritax now. It's completely overcast. Oh no, there's a bit of break in the cloud. Yeah, you see, there's textures aren't loading in very well at all. That looks like Ortho zoom level 4. I mean, look at that. Sort of see if I go here and zoom in. See, I mean, I suppose it thinks that because I'm up here with clouds, it doesn't need good textures. Maybe that is saving on resources, but it does look very good though. The clouds are fantastic. Shame this plane's not really used anymore. But fuel prices dictates efficiencies. Probably the largest fuel bill, largest bill for an airline is fuel. So after we've landed, we'll have a little sniff around the Zurich scenery from MKStudios. MKStudios. It should be releasing tomorrow, from what I understand. It looks very nice. I mean, I really like MKStudio sceneries because they don't have a huge amount of FPS impact. They're really, really friendly, and they also have some quite detailed sceneries as well. So yes, if you're a Swiss individual and you want to fly into your main international airports, it's probably worthwhile having a look at. Check out my second YouTube channel, which I never stream on anymore. No, I'm hoping to stream on it. We're doing a members race, so I'll fire up the channel for that stream. I also downloaded Bus Simulator for free from Epic Games, so I might have a fun stream with that. We'll see. I have to get my steering wheel out and blow the dust off it. Lee Russell, absolutely. Yes. Doesn't often match the price of crude oil either. It seems to be very quick to go up and very slow to go down. Same with interest rates on savings account. But that's for another day. RP Gamers, if you see Railroad it, watched the stream play it last night. It looks fun and relaxing. I've not heard of that, RP Gamers. No, I don't have a huge amount of time for any free time I get. I like to usually fire up a stream. I've done a lot of streams in the last month, obviously, with the release of 2024. But I've really enjoyed it, and I love flying these aircraft. But yeah, today's my first day off. Out tomorrow and Thursday. And then Friday, last day off. I should be able to do something. Then back to work on Saturday. Copy shadows are good, yeah. Oh, I mean, the graphics are incredible. I think this is one of the main selling points, really. And obviously, this is why I always discuss X-Plane. I like how the aircraft handle, but when you're sat here flying around like we do with commercial jet airliners with the autopilot on 95% of the time, you want it to look great, and it does look great. DT, do you enjoy the RJ or 146 better? I think the RJ for usability. It's much easier to fly with the automation and updates it received. That's the real aircraft, not the aircraft over comparison to the 146. Hello, pilot friend. Welcome on board. Oh, Reacher here. Yeah, the free bus sim. Let me find the link, guys. Actually, I don't know if Domino Mosina is around or one of the mods. Do you want to grab the link for the Bus Simulator 2022 that's free to download? I think it's only free to download for a few days. Once it's downloaded, then is it free forever? I'm not sure if it's just like a little demo opportunity, but it's the full game, I think. Yeah, on Epic. I had to subscribe to Epic. Thanks, Domino Mosina. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Yep, free forever. Yeah, grab the link. I'm sure a few people would receive it, but I think there's only a limited window to download it. Awesome, thanks, buddy. Showing the improved flight model is another reason I haven't loaded up 2026-2024 launch. Yeah, there's definitely differences. There seems to be quite an exasperated ground effect, and I noticed that when I was testing this earlier. This aircraft shouldn't really be susceptible as much ground effect. Well, I don't think it should with such a high wing, but it really did not want to settle down on the runway earlier. That was with full landing flap at 120 knots. Floated and floated and floated. Awesome. To the 12th. So yeah, go grab it. I might do a fun stream with that then. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I want to do some practice in Assetto Corsa for our members race tomorrow. Beautiful. Let's see where we are. Van Ritax. It's Luxembourg, is it? No, Liège. To be fair, I don't usually fly in this sort of direction. So sort of northern Italy, but I've never flown into any airport in Switzerland before. Seems great, very nice. So yeah, great. First add-on that we've flown in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Just a bit of terra firma below. You can sort of see just would like a little bit more sharpness on those textures. They're so blurry up here. And again, my LOD's turned up a little bit. It's on 150, but I think it's just the way the sim loads in the textures when you're at altitude. Oh, Pete White, no, I don't want any professionals watching me fly, or drive, sorry, their respective vehicles. Oh no. We've got a few bus drivers in our Discord as well. My respect for you guys who work long days. Patrick, looking to upgrade my PC on a budget as I currently get awful performance in X-Plane 11. What would you people say I need as a minimum for GPU for 2024? That's one for the crowd, Patrick. I think for me, I'm not a big computer buff, and I've been very reliant on sort of pre-built PCs in the past, but I've very much had members of the channel sort of point me in the right direction what I can change in that custom built PC. Again, I'm not affiliated with Chill Blast at all, but this is my second PC from them, and I've never had any problems with them. This one's coming up to 3 years old, or is 3 years old. Just had a few little hit things here and there, but it's mostly Windows related. And very pleased with the performance. Andy, you'll be watching carefully. Uh-oh. Showing yet? Try LOD 200. Yeah, but then it does begin to impact your performance, especially when you load to the ground. So I've sort of found a bit of a compromise with it. But it's the runway. When you get close to the runway, it doesn't sort of load in. When it loads in, it looks great, but sometimes it's a bit slow. Our overhead Batak, inbound Sutal now. And descent's not a million miles away, just over 140 miles or so. We'll start setting up shortly. Still picking up the Dover VOR, look. We'll tune Golf Tango Quebec. That's Groston Quinn, I've never even heard of that one. 11125. Lovely. It's active. Hayden, have you played a game called Inside on Game Pass? Such a good game. So atmospheric. I haven't, Hayden. Spango, it's okay to land with this plane firmly. It comes with the experience of this plane. Yes. I know you fly this aircraft a lot. But I know the gear's quite strong. Well, we've all seen that Swiss Avro landing in London City, that video on YouTube. Absolutely bubbles it. Sharon, I'm not sure if it's a server thing, but we need to talk to a sober about it. Has it ever been crisp at altitude? No, it's always, for me, looked... I can really see it now, but yeah, not crisp at all. Awesome livery. I love clean, simple liveries like this. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be flying all Christmas, New Year's as well. A mixture of sim and flying. I'm flying on Boxing Day. I'm off Christmas Day. In the sim on Christmas Eve. Someone's got to do it. I was quite lucky last year, but this time I'm working. Oh, Hayden, welcome back. Thank you very much for your support again, and hope you're doing very well. You were 3 years as a member already. We'll welcome you warmly back to Discord, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Steve, going to get some major upgrades next year for the sim, video editing, 800X3D, RTX 5080, so on. My wallet is already weeping. It lasts a few years and it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, this is my second PC. When I started using my laptop, which could barely do anything. I then bought my first Chill Blast PC with a 1080. That lasted 5 years. This is now 3 years old, my current PC, and I'll keep it for another 2. So I like to sort of invest, or I've gone into the habit now. My second PC, my third will be every 5 years. I think is the time to do it. But I'm getting great performance still from this PC, so why not? Here's all the specs. Hayden can't enjoy stream as much and not be a member. Well, it's very kind, Hayden. Well, thank you very much. How's the fan blade spinning animation in 2024? Interesting. I mean, it's okay. I mean, you're not staring at it the whole time. I think it's better in X-Plane. Sort of looks like one of those things that you find in hotels to clean your shoes. Remember saying you never see them anymore. But I remember as a kid, always wanted to put my trainer in it. Used to always find them on hotel floors, but you'd never find them there. In fact, I'd love to know if there's any that still exist. That's brilliant. That's what it looks like anyway. Love how drone cam still works perfectly there in this sim. Exact same controls. Let's have a look here at cockpits. There you go. It's a lovely cockpit. Just Flight just made some really good aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, Liam. That's very kind. Thank you, buddy. Moderator and very long-term member on this channel. Thank you very much. 5 gifted members. Richard Daniels, Quapatix Eugene, Raydek and Stu Green. I think Stu, you used to be a member, I think. Well, welcome back if you were. Very kind of you, Liam. Welcome all of you as members to the channel. Get into our members only Discord. Enjoy using the customization chat. Very, very kind, Liam. Thank you, buddy. Liam, hotel in France I stayed the weekend had one of those machines. Very good. Still in the mainland. Best option is always the side of escalators. Yeah, Tom, that was it. On the side of escalators as well. Cheers, Liam. Very kind of you. Most generous. Thank you. Not long to go, guys. In fact, it's about 100 miles until top of descent. So let's start. Get anything set up. Just turn up the sim slightly. Cheers, Liam. Cool. So, FMC then. Not a huge amount you can program into this. Remember, this real aircraft doesn't have VNAV either. So it's just really, what are we going to do after top of descent? We need to step through the arrival, make sure we're happy with everything. So we'll start at Basel Mulhouse. Oops. So that's on the leg page here. There is a restriction to be at or below flight level 200, and I think the top of descent point sort of caters for that, but we'll ensure that we comply with those restrictions. Zulu Hotel 677-120 above, checks in the FMC, direct to Schiphol, and that's the end of the arrival at 7,000 feet. Depending on what runway's in use, is then where you go. So the RNAV arrival will terminate at Schiphol, and we're going to fly the Schiphol transition. We're now runway 34, so we need to reselect our charts.
Welcome.
Get rid of the 1416 transition, and we want the Schiphol 2834 transition. There we are. We're going to be landing on 34. So from Schiphol, we are going to be routing east or northeast to Zulu Hotel 445. Oops, no we're not. previous? Schiphol. It says Schiphol to Zulu Hotel 479. Oh yes, sorry, Zulu Hotel 45 is only for 28. So it's going to sort of head in the wrong direction initially, and then at above 7,000 feet, and then we're going to make a right turn downwind. Now what I might do is give myself a little bit of a shortcut, because there's no ATC, and if it was quiet, that's a typical shortcut you'd get. So we're going to go Schiphol direct to Zulu Hotel 483. Usually in airports like this with point merge, you get these lovely shortcuts, and you can sort of plan with that with descent planning by planning those expected shortcuts as well. Oh, sorry, Mark, it's pronounced Mulhouse. Mulhouse. I think I've even been cleared direct to that before. Thankfully, I did go Mulhouse. Welcome, Jedic FB Fishing. Thanks for your subscription. So 483 is exactly a beam the runway, and here it's putting me very high here. Well, it's actually going out quite far, isn't it? 483, okay, 485, 487, 489, 9-0. So at 489 here, we're going to be at 9-0. So I might cut myself in and use this amazing speed brake to self-position onto the approach. Otherwise, we can keep it all in. There are speed restriction of 180 knots or below, actually. I think that's the up speed, roughly. That takes us all the way to Tixo Milno. Oh, this actually goes from Zulu Hotel 492. Where's that? Hey, I've lost that point. 489. Hey. Oh yeah, that's there. Then it's the base leg. Zulu Hotel 490. And then to 492. Where's 492? We're missing a waypoint. Is that on the approach, I wonder? Aha! Actually, to be fair, it's on this full ILS34 chart, isn't it? I actually don't need that star transition chart. Very good. So Zulu Hotel 492, then Milne. Milne's the final approach fix, I think. Yeah, 10 miles, 5,000 feet. Milne at 5,000. And then onto the ILS. Mulhouse. Missed approach, climb straight ahead 5,000 feet. Straight ahead at 5.5 DME, left turn to intercept the Zulu Uniform Echo. Zurich East VOR. 258 outbound, cross 5 miles out of below 5,000, then to 7,000. So 5,000 or below initially. I think that's just to cater for the arrivals, you see. Okay, 5,000 feet is the initial stop altitude. So let's get all those nav aids set up. I'll move Navigraph down slightly. There we go. So course, the ILS 332. 332. Crikey, that's fast. And the ILS reaches 11075. That's active. Box 1. Set it up here now as well. Box 2. Well, box 1 and box 2. And the VOR for Zurich East will put on standby 11005. 11005. Lovely. Courses are less strictly tuned. The minimums then is 1588 feet. So how do you actually set the radio altimeter in here? I don't know, but we'll set 1588 as a reference here on the altimeter. Something like that. That'll do. Perfect. .3 degree ILS. I wonder if that's modelled in the sim. It's a little bit steeper than normal. The PAP is on the left. I wonder if they're probably co-located with 3.3. High terrain, so we don't want to be below the path. 9,200 to the south. And that's it. So we'll follow the RNAV waypoint. We might give ourselves a shortcut. Just be aware of terrain. Cool. Look at the performance in a second. Torin 4x4, thank you very much. 18 months as a member. 18 months. Whoa, that's flown by real quick. I know. Thank you very much from my friend from Australia. Appreciate it, and hope you're having a great morning out there. Very kind for your support. Performance then. There's no landing performance calculator here. In fact, no, we can use the SimBrief one, can't we? Is the performance calculator within Navigraph charts? No, it's the charts app. I'll have to get it open on the interweb. Hold on. This is very funky music. Let's see if we've got a landing performance calculator here. We do. Stand by, guys. Bring this up. So here's the performance calculator. So Avro RJ landing on runway 34 this evening now. Brake settings optimum. There's no reverse. There's VRF +5 with that wind. 3 degrees. QNH 1023 will be dry. Calculates. Hey, where's the funky diagram? I don't think it's available. Well, let's have a look at the runway first. I just have to move this over here. Ah, where's the airport charts? There we go. So runway 34, it's massive, 3,700 meters. The performance calculator is saying we can stop with a factor distance of 1,500 with flap 33, which is the maximum flap setting, isn't it? Yes. So no problem at all stopping easily halfway. No water brake, just manual brake via approach of 127. Wonderful. Let's get all that away. And the great thing is with this, you can just update the speed to whatever you want. So flap 33, just press that, VRF 33, and it'll update all the system so it knows that's your landing flap. That's great. Tamango, do pilots manually calculate those back in the old days? Tamango, when I started flying 13 years ago, we had no EFB, no performance calculator. So all our takeoff performance calculations were using tables. When I started, we used something called RTOW tables, and they're still our backup system today. And all landing performances, we used a A4 laminated normal checklist from the QRH performance in-flight. So yeah, we did it all manually, every single day. And that was only 13 years ago. We're spoilt really nowadays. Hey Lauren, good evening to you, madam. Just about to begin descent myself, albeit into the decidedly much more flat O Harbour. Yes, it is flat. Back of a fag packet. Oh dear. David Popeye. I think your word isn't very. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, but he'll be back. Yes, back of a cigarette package. Oh my heart. Yes, okay, Lauren. You've got to try to say Worcestershire. Wonderful. Top percent not too far away. Where do you find the wind information on here? I don't know if it's an option of having it display. Can't see it there. I don't know if it can either hide the yoke as well. Correct. Is there any options? Ah, airport. Ah, very good. Data. Oh, there you go. Data. Ground speed, wind. There we are. You can only load one thing at a time. Hasn't got enough power. Kat, have you ever used a slide rule? Not at work, but what was the flight computer called? The CRP we had. CRP. Or E6, whatever it was called. But yeah, we used that. Used that for all the ACPL and during the PPL. I used that all the time. Yes, and Buckinghamshire. Yes. Top percent not long now. It's been a great sector. See how my landing is today. There she is. Lauren, I live not far from Worcester. What state's that, MA? aka Worcester, yes. What? Passenger Escobar, what's your favourite aviation acronym? Bombfitch. for the PPL. We actually use a really good one for situation awareness. So situation awareness is one of the core competencies which pilots are often graded on, and situation awareness is basically the big picture. You know, where are you in relation to the ground, the state of the aircraft, the people, the communication, etc. And there's an acronym called PASIT, which is really useful for sort of incorporating situation awareness. It stands for Position, Aircraft, Crew, Environment, and Time. So that's what we actively train. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Unless you're using the Flight Data Sim Atlas. I've got my Flight Data Sim Atlas not far away from here. There we are. I've not had to use it recently because I've been flying around in Europe. There's my Flight Data Sim Atlas. There we are. It's the world. There's Australia. It's good. What else have I got in here? Oh look, my original logbook from Oxford Aviation Academy. Let's have a look. See what I can find in here. Oh my goodness me. There we go. Does anyone want to look this up? Right. Do you want to see my first logbook? My first flight in America. I'll try and hide names. Hold on. Oh god, it's all stamped as well. I've got to be careful here, don't I? Right. Can someone get the reg? Look at that. I'll try and... Can you see that? That is PA28 November. Here's the reg. See if it still exists. November 271 Sierra Golf, and I flew from Goodyear to Goodyear on the 31st of August 2010. Wow. I've not looked at this. Australia. My solo flights, Goodyear to... Where's Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu, guys? I can't even remember half these flights. Where's my... Oh, there's the Seneca. I'm trying to find my CPL. My CPL, guys, I took on the 6th of January 2011. Sedona. Currently in the air, that reg. No way. No way. November 27. That was the first aircraft I flew in my CPL. November 271 Sierra Golf. Here's another reg. Let's try it. November 398 Hotel. I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, it had an upsie in the past. Okay. And where's the Senecas? I'll find the aircraft I did my CPL on, guys. This is great. Look this one up. Right, the aircraft I did my CPL on was November 987 Papa. November 987 Papa. PA34200. My leg's shaking about it right now. My instrument rating. Was on Golf Bravo Oscar Uniform Lima. My instrument rating was on the 6th of May 2011. Amazing. Trip down memory lane, that is. Oh, Martin, I forgot my... Oh no, to be fair, that wasn't my first solo. I did my solo in PPL in the UK. My first solo was on Golf Bravo Oscar Romeo Yankee, G. Bory. Cessna 150. Top of descent, guys. That was really nice. Look at that. They're all in Florida. That's amazing. Right, let's have a look where we need to descend to. It'll be at Apollo flight level 200 at Bravo Lima Mike. So let's set flight level 200. We'll just start a gentle descent at vertical speeds. There we are. And then we can switch to level change as we slowly pitch down. Or maintain 280 knots in the descent as well. Wonderful. And we can just use VS to put the green banana on the restriction. Let's watch our speed actually. No data for G. Bory. Yeah, I mean G. Bory was old. Really old. It was 1960s, I think. If you Google it, you might see it. Golf Bravo Oscar Romeo Yankee. That was my first solo, and that was in. Let me find my. I've got all my logbooks in here. My paper logbook is. I've stopped sort of logging about 3 years ago because I have an electronic one now. This logbook I finished I'll show you. One day I'm going to fill it in. So my Oxford one was just for Oxford. That one's full. That's my first logbook full. I mean, I can't show you this one because it's going to give away too much. Yeah, that's completely full. All 737-800s, that one. And then here is my first ever logbook. This is also full, so I've got 2 completely full logbooks. And my first ever PPL lesson was actually whilst I was in 6th form, and I stopped because I was trying to balance this with my 6th form and working at Morrison's and learning to my PPL. And this, my first ever flying lesson, this is actually after I went gliding, was on the 3rd of August. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. 3rd of August 2007. And that was a G Bory as well. Golf Bravo, Oscar Romeo Yankee. That's amazing. I haven't looked at this stuff for ages. I haven't got my gliding logbook. No, that's somewhere. Oh, I keep all my logbooks in my top drawer here. Oh, it was 1971. Not as old as I thought. Perfect. Right. Anyway, we're approaching our cleared level. Oh, my logbook's out now. Yeah, it's quite draggy, isn't it, this thing? So there we are, flying level 200 or below at Basel Mulhouse. Next is Zulu Hotel 677 outer above 120, so we'll set that next. So that's set. We'll actually switch to level change. The aircraft will go idle thrust and pitch for this speed now. It was a bit aggressive there. Just get the weather actually. I haven't looked at that detail. So Zurich, weather 0805, view at 2000, overcast 2800, QNH is 1023. Okay. Welcome aboard, Terry Watts. Ah, Joshua, it's like I read your mind. Nambuza, what department did you have in the joy of working in the Morrison's? Let's see if I can find a sound effect before someone says anything. Worked here for 3 years. Right, 30 degrees angular bank. Not messing around. What's up with engine 1? Oh my god, oh my days. I think that was a bit of noise. Is my autothrottle disconnected? What? Or is it an arm? My autothrottle's gone to arm. And that was, well, spotted. Thank you. So, you can manually override the autothrottle then. What on earth is this mess on my ND? Is that the missed... Oh, I think that's going to be probably the missed approach there as well. Flight level 120 above. Gipole, we've got to be at or above 7,000, which we will be. Actually, this is too high a rate of climb, so we'll just go VS slightly, 2,000. Ah, so the autothrottle re-engages now. Okay. Fishford says good evening. Procrastinators, hope you're doing well. Nambuza did groceries 2 years at college. No chicken, sadly. Ah, very good. No, I worked at Oven Fresh. I've got my hat somewhere, to much amusement to a lot of you, but it's probably in the attic somewhere. I've got all of my ATPL books. I'll have to show you all this stuff one day. I've got my Saturn V Lego to build at some point. I might build that during Christmas. It's a present to myself. Check if you start and transition have double waypoints. We did step through it earlier, and it was okay. I think it's the missed approach. Yeah, so Zulu Hotel 677, then Gipole, then Zulu Hotel 483, so it's all good. Now making me double check it now. Zulu Hotel 677. Hey. After Gipole. Zulu Hotel 483. Yeah, oh yeah, I gave myself a shortcut. So yeah, I'm going from Gipole direct to this point here, list them in, and then 485, 487, 489, so that's all good. And the shortcut I gave myself, you can sort of see it going there, then downwind, so that's just the missed approach, and I think some weird intercept points. It's looking okay. So gear pole restriction, and the only restriction on the star is to be at or above 7,000 feet. Transition altitude and level, I'm not sure where it is in Zurich, but best set the QNH now, I think. I only looked at the weather a second ago. What is it? QNH is 1023, so 7,000 feet. Set QNH 1023. Passing 14,004, 7,000 feet, and the standby altimeter is set to 80 knots still. Oh, the Indy Bill's A300 got an update. Excellent. What are the massive updates? Saturn V, Saturn 5, yes, okay. I just looked at the box pad. Right. Does a current employee ever ask about Morrison's? I think I mentioned it in my interview. Great external model, fantastic product. Great to see the overlay working, lovely. There you go, look, so you can again see, look, the texture's not... Is it just merely the LOD setting? Or I think, because when you get close to the ground, this looks really a lot crisper, but just up here, it just doesn't seem to want to load in properly. I think everyone I've spoken to, even with higher LOD settings, having the same issue. Just very clear. Very pixely. So when you're in the cockpit all the time, it doesn't really matter. Still cloudy? No, it's just overcast to Mango. High pressure. Still conditions, nice evening. We'll start winding the speed back to 250 now. So in VS still, it's just maintaining the fixed rate of descent. We'll switch the wind over to VOR. Headwind here as well. Sorry, the data to... what can we have here? Ooh, I know you can't put fixed rings around the runway, but I think you can put them around the airport, so that'll be quite good for situational awareness when we're downwind. So we'll just put a 10-mile ring around Zurich, which gives you a little green ring. There you go. So we'll probably cut ourselves in tight a little bit downwind here. So typically a clearance would be, you know, so Zulu Hotel 487 direct to Morney like this. You'd have a shortened approach, so we'll give ourselves that. We're very low now anyway. Approaching 1 to go soon, so we'll just set VS 1000, 2 to go. Oops, post cruise checks below 10,000 feet, so seat belts I think have been on the whole time. Oh no, I did turn them off. Back on now. Oh, very good. So that's good. Pressurization set. Oh, I forgot to turn the ice detection systems on. Whoops. There we are. Checks complete. Anti-ice did turn off, but I will now turn it on. Engine 2 valve not shut. Is that normal? Is that because of too high thrust? Low even? Don't know. Uh-oh. Well, we'll soon find out the fall out of the sky. There we are, just about to turn downwind. 250 knots. Ooh, scenic. Oh, oh dear. Microsoft Minecraft again. This will improve, won't it? I think if you're lower to the ground it loads in more detail, but it's meant to be looking spectacular, isn't it? And I have really fast... There you go, you see it's like loading in, but... And if you're low, then I'm sure it would look better, but I want it looking nice from up here. Joshua, I was flying all weekend in Storm Dara. My Instagram stories was... my Instagram stories were sort of keeping all up to date. It will improve if you fly at 50 feet. Yes, we often do that on this channel, unfortunately. So there's that nice little shortcut we gave ourselves. Now turning right downwind, and again when we're at beam Milne, we'll step down and across. Engines are very responsive to the order throttle. And again, this is exactly the same as 2020. This constant, instant change in wind. This behaviour you're seeing here is incredibly unrealistic. How it just... and this is every aircraft I've flown in this Mach number. You just don't see this. And obviously the auto throttle's having to make lots of tiny little changes, which again, it's because of this simulator bug. Well, I wouldn't say it's bug, it's always had it. Right, let's do the pre-landing checklist then. So cruise and descent checklist complete, MCP's all set, so approach and landing. PTU is on. So PTU's on. Nav radios are set, seatbelt signs are on. VREF is set. APU is required. Don't need it. Cabin crew cool.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Seats for landing, great. Good day, gents. Hope you're doing well. Sim 737 pilots. Christopher 11 APU on. Send a checklist as required. Aaron, can you hide the yokes? I think it might. I think you press that, it hides it, but no. If I click it now, it doesn't change it. So I don't know if that's a limitation in the sim. Right, we'll just maintain 7,000. As I said, we're going to self-position via Milne. Oh my god, there was clouds in the cockpit. Reduced to 200 knots now, and we'll start doing a gentle descent to 5,000 feet. What's the maximum flap speed for flap 11, or 18, sorry. Where's the flap reference speeds? Don't know. Oh, that's how I was meant to set the minimums. Oh, what these are all off as well. I don't have to turn it off. Yeah, unfortunately, when you're flying in thick cloud, you don't get that impression you are. I'd love to see the cloud over the wings and the aircraft, but it's completely clear. It's a shame, really. There's no sort of depth to it. I'll just go level change, actually. The pedal adjust handle left of the yoke. Ah, thank you. Actually, I want that back on because I need that to stop the horn. So actually I'm a little bit high here, so I don't want to turn inbound just yet. Oh my goodness me, what happened there? Yeah, see, it's loading in a bit better now, but still could be a little clearer. Yeah, speed tape's funky. That's just always happened in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This behaviour of the speed changing up and down. You know what? I'm actually going to fly a little bit more of this star, but a little bit high. I want to be around 5,000 feet at Milne. 1,700 feet, still slowing down. I have got that impressive speed brake though. Maybe I could put it to use. Yes, let's go direct to Milne. Take us to a 10-mile final. Execute. Speed brake. This is amazing. Look at it already pitching down in level change. Whoa, that's insane. Don't need any more. VS 500. It's doing 3,000 feet per minute there. 180 knots on base. Brick mode engaged, absolutely. That looks good. Again, look, the texture's just... And I know it's not my PC because I've spoke to some people and they said no, it's just the game. It's how it loads in, fortunately. Oh my god, I'm getting icing. Again, we had this in the A300 and on the leading edge. Oh my days. It's massively severe icing. I mean, I've got the engine anti-ice on, there should be no ice there at all. Ice detected? Crikey, it's nice knowing you all. Struggling to slow down here, but we're just below the glide, looking good. Runway heading set. I feel like I should put wing anti-ice on. Inner and outer wing ice. Okay. Out the cloud we come. Charts, arrival, approach, ILS 34. Oh, crikey. Come on, let's turn. I need to get the speed off as well. Oh, no problem. Yoink. I spoke to someone who flew this before in the stream, and he was like saying, yeah, it was like, it felt like an arrestor hook. It was that powerful. So usually it tells you to extend the flaps automatically, doesn't it? But not today. I'll have to do the flaps manually. Wing not de-iced. Arming forelock. Uh-oh, I'm getting high. Uh-oh, oh no. Level change. Step down. Uh-oh, not concentrating. Level change. Speed brake. Let's step down. Next step altitude is... It's not, it's on the glide slope. So I can set elevation 1500. Oh my days.
Localizer alive.
Thank you. Well, that's one way to capture the glide slope again.
Speed checked. Gear down.
Gear down.
Glide slope alive.
Checked. Ah, VS. I'm gonna have to dive this down here. 7 miles. CFIT, I hope not. So, when you establish on the localizer by operator, you can set elevation plus rounded up to 100 feet, which is what I've done here. And being above the glide is the safest option. Why is it only doing 1700? I've told it to do 1700, come on. Or am I actually on the glide slope? No, I'm not. I'm dropping the gear. Flaps 24. And that's helping a lot. Smidge high. Use a little bit of that speed brake. Come on. Why are you pitching up? Come on. I've told you to do 1600. There we are. What's our final approach speeds? 116 knots. That's so slow. 121. I'll just extend the flaps as requested. I don't understand why it's sort of not doing the VS. I've got vertical speed engaged. It's just saying 1 dot.
Checked. Flaps 33.
Flaps 33. I don't know why it's... I'm going to have to take control here, guys, because it's not descending on the glide slope at all. I've told it to do VS 1,800 and it's doing 600 feet per minute. Right, disconnecting. Oh, my autopilot's not disconnecting either. There we are, and I want to do that to shut it off. There we go. Right, we're okay. Because this aircraft's an absolute brick, I can just extend the speed brake, hold the speed, and easily capture that glide slope and be stabilised by 500. Why is it... Okay, I thought the autopilot was working. There we are. So let's now stow the speed brake. Alright, let's turn off the flight directors, because they're not capturing the glide slope. Yeah, I've not seen that. The VS I set, it was in VS mode and it was not flying that vertical speed. Now I noticed this on the test sector, it's yawing. The aircraft is yawing on its own. I'm making no rudder inputs at all. And there's some yaw moment. It's now yawing right. And it's now yawing left. It's like some weird yaw behaviour going on. Right, on speed, on glide. Scenery is loading into the sim. There's the MKStudios Zurich series. So you can see that the buildings, the default buildings in Microsoft Flight Simulator are loading in. Uh-oh, forgot to start the recorder. Multitasking.
500.
Multitasking. Record. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a yawing moment. It's yawing right, yawing left. Feels very unstable in in its normal axis. Right. Stable though. Continue. Nicely in trim. Yeah, it's yawing. There's like a yawing moment. I'm making no
100.
rudder inputs at all.
50, 40,
Oh, stutter.
30, 20,
Oops, speed brake. Look, it's float nation.
10.
Come on. Oh, just in the touchdown zone, please.
Ground died.
That was nice.
Spoilers, yellow and green.
Excellent. Gently lower those. Centre line. Oh, God, stutter. Yeah, the sim likes to stutter a bit. Braking.
Pressure checked.
Hot brakes. I'm not going to make that exit. Oh, let it roll. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zurich. That did not want to land. It was just like the test sector. Flared, took all the power off, massive speed brake, and it just floated and floated and floated, and the speed was dropping off. I feel like it would settle a lot quicker than that. Yes, the master caution, I think it's to do with the wing anti-ice being on, and not enough bleed demand. So these are blinking as well. I think it's just not enough oomph. So if I turn these off now, you'll see that it should stop blinking. There's one more thing here, I think, for... Oh my god, what did I push? Pull. Yeah, wing not de-iced.
Check thrust.
I'm trying to... What? Many warnings. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zurich. Oh dear. Oh, my FPS has got a bit... yonky. There we are. Very good. And now I'm on the ground, like, everything's loaded in nicely. But my performance is taking a little bit of a hit. Brake fans on, yeah. Flaps coming up. Lights coming off. Turn off or leave on. Actually, we'll leave those on taxi. Strobes can come off. Here. Interestingly, I did the test sector earlier, and I didn't have as many FPS issues I'm having now. It's okay, but earlier on it was actually really smooth, so I don't know what's changed. But yeah, when we got into the flare, it went into a bit of a stutter fest. But that is quite common in this simulator, isn't it? People have this stuttering issue in the flare and just before touchdown. Oh, what's Just Flight gone for now with the after landing music? Yes, it's like a gym fitness video from the 90s. Oh my days! Very good. Right, what we'll do, we'll taxi on this parallel taxiway to runway 34. Oh dear. And we'll taxi straight line, and then we'll take one of the stands around here where I saw lots of Swiss aircraft parked up. But yeah, the performance is taking a hit, and I don't want you thinking that it's the scenery, because honestly, I loaded in earlier, had no issues, and it seems to be stuttering a little bit more now. Whether something's happened, and maybe I'll reload in so we can have a tour. It happened once when we landed in the Aerosoft Frankfurt scenery. We reloaded and it was much better. I was going to type it's like a gym video music. I know, Steve. Right, let's do the clean-up flow, guys. So after landing, auto throttles off, flight directors have already turned off, spoilers retracted, landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobes off,
50,
transported
40,
to standby. Toro
30,
4x4, very kind,
20,
$7 Australian
10.
dollars. Thank you.
TCAS test.
Uh-oh. Thanks, buddy.
Live the smell of fresh Swiss in the morning.
TCAS test.
Thanks, Toro 4x4. Well, Swiss what? I don't know. Thank you very much, buddy. Very much appreciate your donation. Very kind. I passed my TCAS test, guys. Ignition off. There we are. Next is shutting the aircraft down. Start the APU. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. APU starting up. Brilliant. We'll imagine we're cleared to cross runway, whatever it is, 1028. There we go. So this is the Zurich scenery from MKStudios. Very nice indeed. We've got a random bus over there. What on earth's that there? Is that there in real life? Looks like it might be. There's my APU starting. Maybe it's that recorder. This is the only variable from earlier which I didn't have. Oh, now this is broken. So now this starts, you can't actually open it again. Right, it might not be the replay, so we had this last stream. Right, sometimes if I expand it, it blanks that for a second, guys. I know you guys can't see anything for an hour. But usually it's enough for it to open. Oh, for goodness sake. It's so buggy still, this game. Right. What now is going on with the music? I'm about to taxi off the taxiway. Welcome to Zurich, everyone. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh, that's brilliant. We're going to go park over here in Swiss. We'll have a little look around the scenery so you can see what's up to offer. I might just reload the sim in. Zurich, Hawaii. Just love it. I have such a laugh for you guys. It's so funny. Oh, dearie me. Right, we're going up to the Swiss maintenance area. Actually, I don't need any maintenance. There's a butter landing. Brilliant. Does look very nice. We'll have a look around in a second, guys. This is so funny. It's like when outside it's all serious. Right, we'll get GSX up. In fact, what I'll do, I'll park on a remote stand here, and we'll offload the passengers, and then we'll have a little tour. Let's see if we get the nose understeering again. Oh yeah, look, you get the nose wheel understeer. I love that. That effect is so cool. Look. That's exactly what would happen if you were to jam the tiller left. It's massive skid. Very cool. It's just brilliant. Zurich 5.0. How much fuel did we land with? Good, about 2.7, 2.8. We needed about 2.4 to divert. Fuel bird's bang on. There we are. Welcome to Zurich. How do we... I told you, cabin crew. We're not in Jamaica. What's it actually called? It's called Moonlight Beach. Off. Right, we'll shut the engines down. Welcome to Zurich.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
Wonderful. We'll open this here. I think it opens the door automatically. No, you have to get GSX up and running. So good. Now, hopefully it'll recognise the stand. No, it doesn't recognise it's the stand. Okay, not a problem. Well, we can just open the door ourselves. Aircraft, chocks, ground power. There we are. Oh, we got... Now we have more music. Stairs. I'll do the shutdown checklist whilst you enjoy this here. Securing the aircraft. Oh dear. Shut down engine. I shall just do this here. Yes, ding dong dong. Landing lights off. Turn off lights off. Chocks are set. Hydraulic pumps can come off. Generator 1 and 4 off. Seatbelt signs off. You can get off the plane. Beacon off. There we are. Heaters off. Ice detection systems off. There we are. Perfect. We can now offload the passengers. Oh dear, oh dear. The sassy plane. There we are. Well, I parked into my GPU as well. Yeah, let me just... I might, guys, just reload in because it's definitely... something's taken a hit on the FPS. On my test sector, I didn't have any of these issues here. So what I might do is just reload the sim, or reload the aircraft at least, and we'll have a little look around this scenery, kindly provided by MKStudios, do a little bit of a tour. And anyone actually here familiar with Zurich, let me know, and we can perhaps find some places to explore. So let me just, we'll go to the main menu. The replay is, actually, I haven't tried it in the sim. It's probably completely broken. Anyway, so let me just, no, my menus, right, okay, let me just reload in. Zurich is down here. We'll go pretty much where we parked. Oh look, it's got my aeroplane there. Oh, that's quite cool. Set as departure. Oh, so it actually shows you where you parked last. That's quite interesting. Recorder might still be ready. Well, yeah, I couldn't get it open, Steve. The recorder's bugged where you can't actually reload it. Oh my god, it looks... did that last time in City, didn't it? It's just like Grand Theft Auto. Oh my god. Oh, it's live, isn't it? Ready to fly. Yes, ready to fly. Oh. Yeah, that's better. Right, let me just go back to where we were. Maybe, oh my god, my eyes. Maybe we can set it to deboard, so we can imagine we've just got here. I don't know if that's possible. You can use your imagination, can't you guys? Request deboarding. Damn it, yes I can.
The boarding requested.
Oh yes, we've just landed, and all the passengers are getting off. You wouldn't know any different. There we are. It was like a flashbang. Oh no, the FPS is still taking me. I don't know what's happened. Honestly, it wasn't that bad when I landed here in Zurich. Something's taken a hit, and it's definitely not the scenery. Oh, weather's loading in. It's definitely something's changed in the sim since I've done this. Maybe it was an update in the sim. I don't know. Anyway, let's now speed up the camera, have a little look around. Oh, no, I want showcase, drone speed, higher, a little bit higher than that. Yeah, that's really weird. Oh, come on. Oh, it's so buggy. Come on. Why is it resetting itself? Right. Anyway, once again, thank you MKStudios for providing me with a copy of their lovely scenery here. It is released tomorrow, both for 2024 and 2020. Don't be put off by the performance. There's something probably amiss with my PC or the settings here. I landed and it was silky smooth. I've landed in Barcelona, MKStudios, and it's silky smooth as well. But this is a highly detailed rendition of the airport as it is in its current form. Oh, I didn't stop the flight recorder. Oh, surely if I... Oh, is it still going? Oh no, I've just reset the camera again. Yeah, something's not right, isn't it? Let's go. Oh my god, the bus. The bus. There we are. So yeah, this is an accurate rendition of Zurich. Okay, it's the up-to-date layout of the airport as well. I think some of the terminals are modelled as well. All the jetways are custom. I don't know if it comes with a custom GSX profile. If it doesn't, no doubt until someone makes a high quality one in time. I love Zurich. Oh cool, what's this? Oh, is this like somewhere where you can spot the aircraft? With a little stand-up, I'm not sure. Very nice. So you've got some interior modelling here. Yeah, what's happened to my FPS? It's tanked. It really wasn't like this. I really don't like it when Sims do things like this. There you go, there's the tower. That's where I took my screenshots. Maybe it's GSX? I don't know. I don't know which part of the terminal this is, but it's very well modelled in here as well. Very nice. I think some of the sceneries go into more detail, but I think it's a compromise between sort of performance and detail. Oh, I do have some model passengers there. I think MKStudios strikes a really nice balance between the two. Some people don't like any detailed terminals. All the runways are modelled, all the RLSs, lots of custom objects as well. There's even a terminal over here on the northern side. Concourse A, B and ER fully modelled as well. Pete, wasn't you driving that bus? As a local, you'd say it looks great, fantastic. But again, there's something wrong with my PC at the moment with the performance. I did not have these issues at all earlier. It is very FPS friendly. If I had, I probably would have been inclined not to preview it. But yeah, some things are missed. But this terminal is also modelled. Very nice. Oh look, MKStudio is beautiful. Custom vehicles, custom taxiways. I think if you get close onto the text, you can see it's very crisp. Yeah, you can sort of see it loading in. And again, I wonder how it works. Does that actually install on your hard drive, or is this streaming from the interweb? Let's go live time, see the night lighting. Very nice. I think you're going to be really reliant on third-party add-ons because night lighting at default airports are not good at all. Whereas in third-party add-ons like this, you know, they've made the effort to make all the lighting very accurate, and that looks great with the spotlights. Does both. Dan Crumb says, can you show the area before runway 28 like the approach path? Certainly. Let's have a little look here. So let me just turn up the lighting. And bear with me. Oh my god, it's a flashbang. Very Call of Duty. Runway 28. So let me just get my bearings here. So that's Concourse C. It'll be over here, won't it? I think. Yeah, runway 2. So again, look, it must be it must be streaming from the internet, because look, it's done the whole Microsoft Flight Sim dodgy runway texture thing. But obviously if you zoom in, get closer look, it loads in. So they need to, Microsoft Flight Simulator needs to find this ability to load in textures. Because look, as soon as you come up here, look at that. And this isn't MKStudios, this is Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Very nice. Scenery's good. So that's how it looks approaching runway 28. How often do they use runway 28 in Zurich? There you are. So again, look, the melted building.
Passengers bus is coming.
Again, it's just it's just not zooming. It just doesn't load in until you're right next to it, does it? Oh no, that's just, yeah. At least the airport looks very good. It's always been terrible at distant textures, but 2024 is an absolute new low. Yeah, it's a shame. So Pascal, 28 is normally the departure runway during the day and landing runway during night. Very good. Might not be a streaming issue, likely it's a lot issue in the core game. Okay. There you go. There's a lot modelling going on here. Still hear my passengers offloading. Yeah, how's the poor quality? Again, that's not MKStudios, that's Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Again, when you get to this height, this distance, it looks fine, but when you zoom in, you know, the actual terminals look fine, it's the textures, and this is just loading in because everything is streamed from the internet. When you're getting close, it loads in quickly, to be fair, and it looks really crisp and really detailed. There we are. Well, I hope that sort of gave you a rough idea of how the airport looks. Again, there'll be plenty of people who've got a copy of that. Go check out some other content creators if you want to see MKStudios in all its depth and glory and detail. I certainly enjoyed giving you a little brief overview, and we'll certainly visit this airport again at some point in the future. And there we are. There is our beautiful Avro RJ. Handled well, but again, the handling on final was a bit funky with the yaw, but credit to Just Flight, they got this into the sim very quickly, and then it's just feedback from you guys. Make sure if you have issues, you feed it back to the devs so they can make the refinements and changes. 2024 is what, not even a month old yet. It will improve, but this, I'm not a big fan of this streaming stuff coming in from the internet. You know, it affects the quality, and there's still a lot of things which were wrong in 2020 which are still wrong in 2024, but it will improve. I've enjoyed today showing you the third-party add-ons and scenery and aircraft are very much a big part of flight simulation and really enhance the experience. With high quality scenery developers like MKStudios and quality aircraft developers like Just Flight, you can really enjoy some realistic aircraft as we watch GSX plough through my Avro RJ. There we are. Yeah, Paul, a shame we got a visual downgrade. Yeah, again, it's the streaming thing, but the textures and things, I'm yet to see a massive improvement. It's certainly not my internet speed. My PC's good. I know I'm streaming, but hopefully things can improve. Don't forget, this scenery is also available for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, where you probably have far better use out of it than in 2024 right now, but it's great that it's compatible for both. So yeah, the link, oh no, I didn't pin it here, but if you look in the video description below, you can find all the information about every add-on I use, every stream, if you so wish to find it. So thanks to MKStudios for a copy of the Zurich scenery, and also for Just Flight for sending me out and updating this aircraft for us to try in 2024 free of charge, which is great of you to do. Anyway, yeah, because of the buggy replay system, no ability to replay. I don't think it would have worked properly anyway, because I was playing around with it earlier and it was very broken. But yeah, I enjoyed the flight. It was as realistic as I could possibly make it, and it was very good indeed. And I look forward to fly this aircraft again soon, and again flying into Zurich maybe in 2020. We'll try it next time. We'll have to see how it is in 2024. But we'll call it a day this evening. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. For everyone that donated, thanks for your generosity. To all the members, thank you for your continued support. To Liam as well, one of my moderators who gifted 5 members as well. Members hope to be around on Discord tomorrow because I want to do some practice for our members of Assetto Corso race. Don't forget members as well. We've got the Christmas group flight week on Saturday. Preparation is going well. We've got ATC confirmed. And public stream, guys, probably again on Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided yet, but I won't be around tomorrow to stream. Awesome. Enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Cheerio.